I grew up in a small Midwest town, and my folks loved golf. And I started playing about the age of 12, and I had 3 university scholarships just past my 15th birthday. I turned those down. I wanted to go into music. That had been a long time pursuit as well. Had played music since a real young child. My dad, he was, "What are you doing?" It's a free ride to college. Come on, son, let's man up here. And I had this love of the game from an early age, and I took advantage of it until my college days. And if you really get down to the bottom, it was fear. It was fear of failure at that point in my life. My mom was a godly woman, and she came to me one evening, and we were talking about the future of my life, especially in ministry. And I'd been involved musically with a number of churches and worship teams and bands. And she said to me, she said, "Byron, I believe you'll do more for the Lord on the golf course than you ever will in vocational ministry." And that was surprising to me. It was very eye-opening. And I still didn't get there at that point, but it made a bold statement in my life, and one that never left me. One evening, Crystal and I were having dinner with some friends of ours, and we were talking about our lives and the things we do, and the husband says to me, "Byron, how come you travel all over the world helping leaders transition, helping leaders understand the future, of the destiny of where they're headed, but yet you're not doing the very thing you love to do?" And then the follow-up question came from the wife. And she said, "Don't you think that's rather hypocritical?" And I was like, oh my gosh. After that evening, we were walking to our car. And as I opened the door, I asked a simple question. Why, Lord? Why would I not do this? Why would I not go after the desire of my heart? And he said, "Fear. You're afraid. You're afraid of change. You're afraid of moving. You're afraid of," and gave me 5 or 10 things. Boom, boom, boom. And I turned to Crystal at that moment, and I said, "What do you think?" And she says, "You've got to go after this. You've got to." And that's what started that journey for me. I've had a number of PGA professionals, for guys who have been on tour for years, 30, 40 years, come to me and say, "The only reason you will not make it is if you quit." You have to partner with the Father. If I don't get up in the morning and go to the course, if I don't practice, if I don't work on the things that I'm weak in, if I don't keep strong the things that are strong, if I don't keep growing as a player, God opens the avenues of favor. But if we don't step in and take a hold of those, if we don't go after them, and we don't partner with God in those, I don't think He'll allow us to fulfill our dreams. We've had so much favor in ministry over the years. And one day I woke up, I thought, if I have favor in ministry, why wouldn't I have favor in golf? Why would I not challenge that? So today, I'm probably on a fairway, hopefully making a great shot, in some country in Europe. I'm playing on a tour called the Europa Senior Challenge Tour. It plays in a variety of nations in Europe, and of course the goal is to reach the European Senior PGA Tour. It's a stepping stone to that tour. When I first left golf and didn't take those scholarships, then later with ministry, I walked under obligation. It became obligation. And I needed to move from obligation into a point of desire. And that's been my journey, moving from obligation to desire, through a pathway of delight. And that was my key. I was walking in obligation. I learned to delight in God, and in that delight came my desire. And out of that desire, a brand new journey emerged that I would have never expected at this age in my life. Like the rain, yes, he has the showers on.